Hi readers, today we're going to talk about a comprehension strategy that helps you find meaning in a text by connecting it to your background knowledge. It is called making connections. When you read, you're going to find ways that the text is like things in your own life and other texts you have read. Good readers make connections to everything, from the books you read to the community that you live in. Students, you should be able to draw on what you already know to make sense of what you read while you're reading. Readers make connections as they read to help them understand the story. Readers also talk about their connections in order to build their comprehension and to think beyond their own schema. We might think about something from our own life, something from the world around us, or even about another book you have read. As we read today, and as you read in the future, I want to encourage you to use your experiences to better understand the text that you read. When we read and we make connections, our inner reader voice might say, "That reminds me of," or "I remember when," or "That's like I felt when," or "This story is like." I want to talk about the 3 types of connections that you might make. You might make a text-to-self connection, and that's where you connect the text to your life. You might make a text-to-text connection. That's when you connect the text to a text that you've already read. Or you might make a text-to-world connection. That's when you connect the text to the world around you. So today we're going to read Marisol McDonald, and I'm going to read parts of that, and I'm going to model how to make a connection and how I make a connection, and then I'm going to have you start making some connections of your own. Okay, so here we are in our book, Marisol McDonald Doesn't Match. If you remember, today our purpose is to make connections as we read to find out ways that the text is like other things in our own life. I'm going to turn the page. And I remember reading this book yesterday, so we might not read every page together, but we're going to read a few important parts and make connections. So I'm going to get started right here on page 20. My name is Marisol McDonald, and I don't match. At least that's what everyone tells me. I play soccer with my cousin Tato, and he says, "Marisol, your skin is brown like mine, but your hair is the color of carrots. You don't match." "Actually, my hair is the color of fire," I say, and kick the ball over Tato's head and into the goal. So right here, I'm thinking about Marisol and what she is doing with her cousin Tato, and she's playing soccer. It says she likes to play soccer, I'm thinking. And you know what? When I was in 3rd grade, I loved playing soccer too. That was my favorite sport. So I'm already having a text-to-self connection with Marisol. We both like to play soccer. So now I'm on page 22 and 23, and I'm going to keep reading. My brother says, "Marisol, those pants don't match. That shirt, they clash. But I love green polka dots and purple stripes. I think they go together. Don't you?" I also love peanut butter and jelly burritos and speaking Spanish, English, and sometimes both. "Can I have a puppy? A furry sweet perrito?" I ask my parents. "Por favor?" Kisa says, Mammy says, maybe. Dad says, smiling and winking. All right, I actually think I might have 2 connections here. I'm going to talk about the first one. The first one right here is when Marisol asks, "Can I have a puppy?" And I remember I always wanted a puppy when I was growing up. And every night at dinner, I would ask my parents if I can have a puppy. And every night they would say, "No, you have a cat." So I have a connection right here because I always wanted a puppy as well. Another connection I have is different. It's a text-to-text connection. And I'm not 100% sure I'm right yet. But I remember reading last year a book in 2nd grade about a story with a little girl named Pepita. And in that story, it was Pepita and the bully. And I remember she spoke some Spanish in that. So I'm going to keep reading and see if there's any more connections to that text as well. So I'm going to turn the page. And on this page, I'm just going to skim over it because in this page, it's where Marisol talks to her teacher and she likes to sign her name mismatched, cursive and print. You remember that? Maybe you have a connection here. Maybe you like to write this way. All right, so here I am on the next page. At recess, Ollie and Emma want to play pirates and Noah wants to play soccer. Well, how about soccer playing pirates, I suggest? No way, they say, so I run off to play on the swings by myself. After recess, we have art, my favorite subject. I think my drawings surprised my friends. Look at her drawings right here. I have another connection, another text to self connection right here. I like art too. Do you like art? Do you have a connection to Marisol? Maybe you've drawn something like this with a pig? Okay. Go to the next page, page 27. At lunch, Ollie walks over to me and scrunches his nose. A peanut butter and jelly burrito, he asks. I know, I say. It doesn't match, but it sure tastes good. A peanut butter and jelly burrito. That sounds very different. What do you think, third grade friend? Yeah. Do any of you have something that you like that is a strange food combination, like a peanut butter and jelly burrito? If you do, jot it down to share with your teacher. Okay, I'm going to turn now to page 28. Okay, let's see. Oh, I remember seeing Marisol like this, and she did not look very happy. The next day, I wake up and decide that today Marisol McDonald, will match. It's a little hard to find clothes that are all the same color. I play pirates with Ollie at recess, but it's not very fun. Why can't pirates play soccer anyway? I have a regular peanut butter and jelly sandwich at lunch, and the bread tastes mushy. Okay, right here, Marisol goes to school and she's having a little trouble fitting in. And I remember that is just what happened with Pepita in her story. She spoke Spanish and she also had trouble fitting into school. So I'm making a text to text connection. Both of these little girls have some similarities. Okay, so I want you to finish reading this story and I want you to jot down at least one connection you have to share with your teacher. It can be a text to text, a text to self, or a text to world. Remember, making connections help readers develop a strong understanding of the text. How did this help you when reading today? Write your response to share with your teacher.